Welcome to Home Biz Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Home Biz Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to the home business community. All right. So at the time of this recording, we are in Q4. And Q4 is boss out season for retail, okay? Online sellers, local sellers, retail is boss out season. We have all kinds of things going on in Q4. We just got done with back to school. Now the Halloween stuff is out, and then we're going to have Thanksgiving stuff, and then we're going to have Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa stuff, and then we're going to have New Year stuff. So from September, really starting like August, from August to the end of the year, that is when retailers boss out. So now is a good time to have this discussion about sales tax, okay? So let's talk about how we got here. In June 21st, 2018, there was a huge Supreme Court decision, the South Dakota versus Wayfarer decision, that really turned the online sales tax world on its ear. And it really, caused some heartburn for a lot of smaller online retailers. And what the South Dakota versus Wayfarer, also called the Wayfarer decision, what that did is allowed states to require online sellers to pay sales tax to that particular state and local government where they sell their products. So before that wasn't required. And what happened is that states started losing a lot of money because buyers were preferring to shop online because they did not have to pay sales tax. That was an automatic discount there. There was a lot of benefit to shopping online, like shopping at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right? So, but what happened is that states started losing sales tax revenue from the brick and mortar establishments. And so states basically said, okay, we're tired of losing all this money. We're coming after these online retailers. And what happens? They always start with the big boys. So a company like Wayfarer, Newegg, those big retailers, those are easy people to go after. They always start big and work their way down to the small. And so now we're in that working their way down to the small. So I really want to make sure that all of my current online sellers, whether you have an e-commerce store, whether, if you're on Amazon, Shopify, eBay, or if you have your own website that you sell from, that you understand what's going on with this sales tax. So first, let's talk about what sales tax is. This is the focus for today so that you understand. A sales tax is defined as a consumption tax that's imposed by the government on the sale of goods and services. Now, the goods and services, this can also be digital goods, okay? Not all states tax digital stuff like ebooks and audio downloads or something like that. Not all states tax that, but some do. So you got to know what's going on in that particular state. Now, so that's what a sales tax is. It's a consumption tax. So what does that look like? So the sales tax is levied at the point of sale. So think about when you go shopping, right? You'll go shopping at your favorite retailer. You buy something that the price is $1. But when you go and pay for it, your total might be $1.08. Well, that dollar is the price of the product, and the 8 cents is the sales tax, okay? So the retailer then collects that sales tax. So first of all, understand that it is ultimately the retailer's job to collect that sales tax. Now, when you buy a product online, you're going to be required to collect sales tax. Now, there are some third-party sellers that may be collecting sales tax. If you are using a third-party site to sell, you need to know if that third-party site is collecting and remitting sales tax on your behalf. If they are not, it is still ultimately your responsibility as the retailer to collect and pay sales tax. So-and-so should have done it. It's not an excuse. It is ultimately your responsibility. So once the sales tax is collected, then it's submitted to the various state and local governments. We got 50 different states, and I can't tell you how many local governments, because some places have a state tax and some places have a local tax as well. Right? So there are some cities that impose a local tax on top of the sales tax when you purchase stuff. So that's one of those things you just got to know, right? And and you think to yourself, holy cow, how can I manage all this stuff? And really, this one thing made a lot of online retailers quit the business. They just like, okay, I don't even want to fool with this. I just quit. So a lot of people have quit the business, but this is not one of those things that should cause you to quit business. You just got to know what you got to do, right? So once you collect that sales tax, and every state has their own requirements as to when you file. Okay. With some states, it's based on the amount of sales tax. Some states, it's based on the amount of sales, like the number of sales. Some states, if you have less than $100, then you only file annually. If it's over $100, you file quarterly. So again, 50 different states, 50 different sets of rules. So your job as the online retailer is you got to know the rules. Point blank. It's a difficult thing. There are services that are available, and I'll put a link to the one that I recommend. But just know that if you're going to pay somebody to do this, which you should absolutely hire a service to do this for you, because you as the online retailer, your job is to make money. You don't have time to be trying to file 50 different sales tax things, because even with that, you have to register for each different state in order to pay the sales tax. Now, here's something else that you have to realize that's on your state tax returns. State tax returns also have a sales and use tax question. So they ask you on your tax return, did you purchase online goods that you did not pay sales tax on? And so if you just say no, and then the state finds out that you did, then you've committed perjury. Okay. And so this is for you, because ultimately, if the retailer doesn't pay it like they're supposed to, if they don't collect and pay sales tax the way the retailer is supposed to, then the taxpayer bears the responsibility of paying sales tax to the state. And there's that line item on your state tax that says, that's a sales and use tax form, where it asks the question, did you purchase any goods or services online that you did not pay sales tax on? And you click yes or no. And if you did, pay for goods online and didn't pay sales tax, and you click no, then you're committing perjury by lying on your tax return, right? So just know that even though they're going after retailers, they're not stopping at retailers. They're also looking at the taxpayer as well. All right. So going into this season, going into this fourth quarter, Super Bowl boss out retail season, you want to make sure that you have this in place for your business, because otherwise you could wind up getting letters from states that saying, hey, you owe us this money and we want it now. And that's not the position that you want to be in. So this is why I highly recommend you hire a service to do this for you. So this is not something that you're bogged down with. Yes, this is the cost of doing business. It is what it is. Okay. And it's not optional. Right? It really is not optional. Like I said, every state has their own particular sets of rules, but collecting sales tax, you guys, now it's going to be a bigger deal going forward than it has been in the past. All right. So I hope that helps you out. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Home Biz Tax Talk. Again, we air Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and you can come right here to get your questions answered about your home business taxes. All right. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.